fuck ice.
When I set out to lead humanity along my golden path, I promised a lesson their bones would remember. I know a profound pattern humans deny with words, even while their actions affirm it. They say they seek security and quiet, conditions they call peace. But even as they speak, they create seeds of turmoil and violence. Leto II, the God Emperor. Welcome back to Dune Saga, everyone. This is Season 5 of our Dune campaign here on the Stolen Fires channel. I'm Eric, the GM for this multi-arc adventure series, which continues tonight with our final storyline, Eye of the Storm. Warm welcome and salutation to new and old viewers alike here to the Stolen Fires channel, where there's always an awesome TTRPG live play to look forward to. Just as a content warning, this program does feature adult situations and language and may not be suitable for all ages, so viewer discretion is advised. As always, we want to bring attention to the continued plight of the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank at the hands of the Israeli government and their enablers. Please support groups like Palestine Action at global.palestineaction.org/donate, the U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights over at uscpr.org, and the Palestine Children's Relief Fund at pcrf.net. Links will be in the chat. Music attribution and shoutouts go to Pixabay, Scott Buckley, Darren Curtis music, White Bat Audio, Coag Music, Tabletop Audio, Repulsive Sound, and Blear Moon. You can find more ambient sounds and tunes over at secretpress.bandcamp.com, scottbuckley.com.au, darrencurtismusic.com, whitebataudio.com, and pixabay.com/music. Big thank you to our viewers and fans for tuning in. Let's introduce our wonderful cast here, beginning with Ambrose.
Me, Am Changeling. Hello, everybody. Tonight I will be playing Lysander and or Zoshir, or maybe both at the same time. Who knows? Some weird body swapping could go on. We don't know.
Indeed.
This is Dune, after all.
Aaron.
Hello, everyone. I am Aaron. You can find me as Great Cthulhu pretty much everywhere. I will be playing Administrator Eloise, pronoun she, they, head of the guild.
Leo.
Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me here. My name is Leo, and I'll be playing Archibald. Yeah.
And last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello, my name is Rachel. I am Stolen Fires. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your time here. And I play Sayadina Daphne Cheshire.
Right. And for a short recap of the previous session, if you don't mind, Aaron.
On the Ark, Eloise faces many difficult decisions. The night before, she had a dream. Or a memory? She saw herself sitting across from a beautiful veil-clad woman. 3 tarot cards are spread between them. The veiled woman turns them over in time. Her past is judgment, reversed. She was given a chance to prove herself, a great honor bestowed, but reversed, she was set up to fail. The next card, the present, is terminus, death. Grim but transformative and indicative of change through loss. And for her future, an old man dressed regally and sitting on a throne. The Emperor, reversed. Either a formidable enemy or a grand destiny, a lack of faith. As the dream ends, melange-drenched sand fills the room. There's a scream, a crash. The veiled woman grows farther and farther away. Bloody palms from the fortune teller, illumination. Eloise takes a melange on waking. Contemplating her dream, she calls Edric. She wants him to go to Two Pile and help with the evacuations. The political calculus is clear, especially as the Emperor continues to meet with the uninfected and compromise them. Edric seems reluctant, suggesting that they could try a mass blackmail. Eloise is willing to try, but Edric must still take the Ark to Two Pile if she fails. Elsewhere, Dr. Dewey treats an overactive Archibald. As Archibald tries to figure out how to explain it, Captain Proskovia enters. He and the White Rabbits consider themselves released of any obligations to Archibald or his house. After all, he's not Archibald anymore. But they wish him good fortune. In an attempt to get them to stay, Archibald suggests there's a way to free Jabberwock from the Landsrat. That's not a fight the White Rabbits think that can be won, though. Archibald suggests the captains can take Jabberwock for himself, build his own house, but the captain clearly doesn't think that's his place. Archibald suggests instead that he serves as regent until either his daughter or Daphne's comes of age to inherit. The captain ponders this, but then leaves, taking all of Archibald's former guards with him. Meanwhile, Amira follows the White Rabbits to the planet, where she sees Eloise being led away in handcuffs. She stealthily follows, leaving a subtle listening device behind. Then she moves in to blend with the rest of the entourages. As she watches the crowd, she eavesdrops on Eloise's interrogation. House Lindaran and Chome representatives seem to have vanished. Amira stalks through the palace, but then stumbles across Chome guards, who shoo her away from something called the Black Archive. She's never heard of that. Intriguing. Elsewhere, Lysander contemplates the ultimatum as Eloise has given it, and the nanites in his own body. How much is he under his own control? How much is even real? Did he ever even leave Akaz? Maybe his reality died with Masum. Then again, if nothing is real, he can do anything. Or can he? His thoughts turn to Daphne and Varys, who have always been able to ground him. And as far as he knows, they're on Ishaya. Well, he grabs a hayliner along with a bottle of liquor and heads there. After all, none of this is real. Daphne spends another morning looking at an urn containing Masum's ashes. She apologizes again for not being able to take him to Ishaya and properly lay him to rest. But Merlot overhears and suggests now would be a good time. He silently conveys that he also knows about Daphne's other family issues. Daphne asks what he would do and what he thinks she should do. Personally, Merlot would slit her throat and dump her body in the desert as a warning to others. But of course, that's not Daphne's style. He persuades her to take a few days to let everything settle. Daphne agrees, taking Varys with her. They arrive at Ishaya at the same time as Lysander. The cottage is still there, though overgrown. Daphne is surprised to encounter Lysander, even more to see he reeks of alcohol. He mumbles something about nothing being real, which neither of them really understand. Varys is clearly displeased to see him so undisciplined. Lysander lets slip something about Eloise wanting to blow up the whole planet, but time to focus on the matter at hand. Lysander kneels, leaning his forehead against the hollow, showing Masum's face. Varys lays a communicator on the coffin, the button to summon aid. Lysander leaves a knife by, the one he used to win the duel so long ago. Daphne leaves a small jewel behind, along with regrets. They leave Masum to rest on the planet he loved so much. Back on Kaitane, Nadim offers his services to Eloise, who of course accepts. Of interest is that ship which took Beatrice to Beni Twilaxu has returned. There are also some Landsrat security officials who would like to inspect the ship regarding some missing Chome agents. Eloise decides to prioritize the ship from Beni Twilax and doesn't mind the agents being allowed onto the Ark. There's no evidence left anyway, but they do very much want to speak to Archibald. Eloise agrees, or at least pretends to, and messages her plans to Dr. Yue. Eloise deploys her face dancer. Unfortunately, one of them gets detained, leaving her down an agent. But at least that bought enough time for Archie to duck the inspectors. He makes himself scarce and focuses on the memories he absorbed from Pardo, Reed, and Amelis. He realized that Leto must be imprisoned here, and a group of traitors working with Jessica and Paul are coming to free him. But do they really? After all, on conviction, he'll be taken to Two-Pile, which suits the entourage just fine. Archibald heads over to where Dr. Yue is contemplating the void of space. He speaks directly, asking if Dr. Yue is in communication with Jessica and Paul Atreides, wherever they may be. Dr. Yue is circumspect, but Archibald explains why putting Leto on a ship to Two-Pile dovetails with their collective goals. Dr. Yue remains mistrustful, but seems to have listened. But then Dr. Yue has something else to tell Archibald. He's aging at an accelerated rate. All of Archibald's speedy movements cost him. He'll need more food at least to sustain himself. And Yue has no idea what else this might mean. He's never seen a condition like this, but admonishes Archibald to take care of himself. Meanwhile, Eloise meets with the Beni Twilax, honoring them with a sanitizing ritual. They have a confidential message for her from the Washik, something about a virulent disease causing minor insanity but easily quarantined. Beatrice has chosen to remain, to learn and help as she can. She thanks them, hinting at what may come soon. Now it's Eloise and Archibald. She's more cautious now, more unwilling to be the cause of death for millions of innocent civilians. But she is sending the Ark to Two-Pile to evacuate the new jihad. But then Archibald asks, who would Eloise put on the Imperium's throne in Hijama's place? As far as Eloise is concerned, the people who want it shouldn't have it, and the people who would be good don't want it. She suggests herself. Archibald suggests Leto. Daphne's too much of a pacifist. They go in circles. Without a resolution, Eloise says her next stop is Arrakis. At the last, Archibald tells his diagnosis to Eloise. Well, spice helps slow down aging, though it will addict him. She lets Archibald spend some time in her navigator tank and absorb some melange. Meanwhile, she strategizes how to delay the final vote. While she strategizes, Amira looks into the Black Archive. Turns out that's the place where Chom stores all the dirty intel, the things that can bring down whole houses. Well, that's where Amira wants to go next. She also learns the people directly involved in overseeing the archive. Maybe she can kill one of them and take their place. Back on Arrakis, where Daphne, Varys, Lysander, Eloise, and Archibald all convene at the siege. So she receives them, letting Merlot deliver the news of Glossu Raban's death. The planet awaits the Harkonnen reprisal. But Eloise points out that without ships, their efforts will be in vain. That gladdens Merlot. Eloise asks for a private council. She has a favor to ask of Zoshir. A baby sandworm. Daphne asks for whom, Eloise says to the Twi'leksu. This is a deal she struck in exchange for the Twi'leksu helping cure the thinking machine diseases. Daphne understands they intend to clone the sandworm and develop their own synthetic spice. But on a moist planet, their endeavors will fail. She apprises Eloise of this, who decides she just wants to see the sandworms. So she struggles with the idea of parting with even a small sandworm. After the meeting, Merlot speaks with Daphne and Zoshir. The Twi'leksu cannot be trusted. He has seen their experiments on the homeworld and reveals the secrets of the female Twi'leksu in the axolotl tanks. Aaron's just remembering that picture now. Kyra promised them the ability to procreate themselves and have their own free society. Daphne says she's inclined to uphold that promise, and Merlot is grateful. Eloise accepts their decision and says the Imperium will be remade. Daphne asks what form they will be remade into. The discussion after is long and fraught, discussing who might assume the Imperial throne. Eloise, Daphne, Leto, Duplicaz. She's back on the Ark. Back on the Ark, Nadim enters a chamber to greet a barking Roy. He's not here for Roy. She's left the Ark, he says. It's going as you predicted. The child, it has gone away. As far as the other hostages, they're on Beni Twi'leks. On Wallach 9, Beni Gesserit land, one carrying a baby with molted purple skin.
All right, thank you for reading that, Aaron, and thank you for Rachel, as always, for taking excellent notes. We can pick right back up for where we left off on Arrakis, as the War Council is coming together after a break, a little bit of a long break, since things were starting to get heated as they went on. Where do we see each of you within the siege, either during the break or as you're going to reconvene for the rest of your meeting? Starting with Daphne, I guess.
I mean, Daphne likes spending time with her kids, so for her,
Sure.
a break is time at the nursery playing with her babies.
Okay. Yeah, you spend some time with them, and you see Varys is like he spends a little bit of time as well, but he has his eyes cast into who's walking out into the hallways of the siege, and when he sees a particular shadow pass along the wall, he immediately starts going out to meet with them.
Daphne
He's
will poke her head out.
He's going after Lysander.
I will let them settle that up between the two of them.
Very good. Eloise, what are you doing? While everybody's taking a short respite before you reconvene, what is she doing while she's in the siege?
Trying to think if there's anyone she needs to meet with in particular. If she can get Zoshir alone, that'd be ideal.
Okay. Might be having to pull some double duty here in a moment, Ambrose. Which one would you like to resolve first, I guess? You want to go with Lysander, or do you want to go with Zoshir?
Ambrose is a good role player.
Yeah.
Thanks. Probably Lysander first, just because I'm already in the outfit.
Sure. Where are you going as Lysander while this little break is taking place?
Oh, he's wandering aimlessly.
Cool. As you're walking into the corridors kind of uh, intersect various different ways throughout the siege itself, and some areas are shrouded in shadow, while others there are some lights playing on the wall through like these glow globes that they have established. Um,
Oops.
and as you're walking by, and you kind of observe the insects that light up the glow globes, like like latched onto the inside of the globe itself, and you're kind of mesmerized by all of this as you haven't been here in quite some time. Um, and out of the shadows, Varys steps out, and he kind of grabs you by the scruff of your jacket, and pushes you against the wall. "The hell's the matter with you?" he says.
Um, so I'm trying to remember what exactly triggered Lysander's breakdown.
Awesome.
Um, that's true. However, isn't there a little more to it?
I mean, also wondering, like, because you've got the nanites, and how much are the
Yeah, yeah,
nanites
yeah, yeah.
controlling you?
I think it was Eloise ordering you to maybe kill Archibald. It was the final nail.
And like, oh, I may have to blow up an entire planet full of people.
Yeah, and
And
that
you were like,
too.
cool.
A lot of stress.
Uh, just a little bit. Yeah. So Lysander will just like kind of be slammed into the wall and he'll turn around, um, just kind of leaning against the wall that he's been shoved into, like this is my life now. Um but everything nothing is believable. Everything is unreal. It's just unreal. Everything is unreal.
You need to get a grip. We're in it now. You understand? This is not a time to be playing games. I left you back there, trusting you that you would be protecting my family. And you're losing it. You are failing.
Well, your family decided that your family wanted to kill your family, so which
No,
one do I
apparently my
protect?
family decided that they wanted to blow up I don't know how many billion people on Kaitain, and you just said yes? Like a good little soldier, he says with like a mocking salute.
Aaron's losing it over there. Sorry. Um,
That was a great line.
it was. Um, you know, I wasn't trained to be a hero. I was trained to be a soldier. So yes, I was doing my job as a good little soldier.
I wasn't asking you to be a soldier. I was asking you to protect my family.
Well, you know, maybe I'm still under control of the Allfather. Who knows? Those nanites, they could still be active.
He just looks at you like he's waiting for an excuse. Like if you make a sudden move now, like he'll draw on you.
Mm.
You really believe that?
I don't know. And that's part of the problem here. Is I don't know what I'm in control of. I don't know what I'm not in control of. I just know that my agency was taken from me and there was nothing I could do.
You're right, that was taken from you. And you be using that as fuel.
Well, I would, but what's the point? Mossum's
Point of
dead.
what?
I failed Mossum.
We all failed Mossum.
No, I was there. I failed him. I was the one
So
supposed to
avenge
be
him.
watching him. And how do I do that when all the stumbling blocks have been placed in my way?
Well, for one, you might do well to not blindly follow everybody who's around you. I mean, We're all guilty of it to a certain extent, but when somebody asks you if you're cool with wiping out billions of people, maybe you should push back on it. Maybe you should question your leaders.
I'm not used to doing that.
Well, it's time to start.
I'm supposed to, what, ignore all the training I've ever had?
Is that all they taught you?
Oh, they didn't teach me how to be a diplomat, that's for sure.
No one's asking you to. I'm asking you to think for yourself. Are you capable of that? Or do I have to teach you?
You don't have to teach me. I wish I knew for certain that whatever was in my head is definitely gone.
You're second guessing yourself. And as a result, you're choosing the easy way out. The good guys don't give up and go home.
I don't want to give up.
So don't.
Just-
Focus on what's important. I'll see you back in the room. He turns on his heel. After that verbal lashing, you could doff your hat off now, if you wish. As Eloise seeks out Zoshir within
no.
the siege, or perhaps a different kind of interaction.
Oh no.
You find Zoshir, presumably, I'm guessing, in his quarters?
Yeah, probably. He's been isolating himself a little bit.
I was about to ask, alone?
Yes, alone.
As long as Daphne's in the siege, Rise is going to be off to the side over there.
Madi, can we speak?
Ken.
That's not a yes or a no.
I'm going to assume this is about the sandworm.
You'd be correct.
I have not come to a decision yet.
If I tell you this is personal and has nothing to do with the Imperium, would that speed up your decision?
Depending on what personal situation, it might cause me to hesitate.
This is the price I'd have paid for them to speed up the incubation of my child on Twilaxu.
You're telling me that one of our most sacred beings here on Arrakis is what you wanted to pay to speed up.
It's what they wanted, not what I wanted to pay. I would have just happily paid money. Or spice.
What would be the purpose of accelerating?
So I have a child faster.
Is that not bad for the child?
This is out of my expertise, Madi. I wasn't the one that set this in motion. It was another version of me's beloved that did this. I'm just finishing it. If you need me to explain that, memories are ripped out of my head.
No, I would not ask that of you. I just Did they specify if it had to be well?
Uh, God, did they? They just said a sandworm, right? They didn't say live one, did they?
No, they didn't specify. They just want a sandworm.
They did not say live, no. But even with a dead one, I imagine they would still be able to accomplish the same thing they would with a live one. Or, as Daphne said, the only way they'd be able to truly raise one to adulthood would be here or a planet similar.
Wonder. These nanites we're concerned about.
We
Wonder if they
have
can be
we have a
manipulated.
working
Well.
cure, actually, Amati. I did not mention that.
Oh, I was contemplating on if we might be able to manipulate them for our own uses.
The nanites?
Yes.
Archibald used to be able to control the hay liners that were built for the infected. I don't know that calling him my uncle feels weird since he's a clone. Um, I don't know that he can be fully trusted still. I would actually advise you to have someone watching him at all times, assuming your spy master already hasn't.
Bear with me as I think out loud. If there was a way to infect a dead sandworm so that it is destroyed as soon as we left.
I would say that that would be poor diplomacy because I was trying to have diplomatic relations with them, but given what Daphne said, apparently they can't be trusted, and I've made a calculated error. I do trust my sister slash niece.
We don't wish to make an enemy of the Tlilaxu.
They already. It sounds like they already plan to make enemies of us.
Ah,
If they manage to make their own spice, they'll dethrone the guild, and we'll lose all leverage we have.
and they'll make their own spice with Shahulud.
Yes.
I assume that the guild is not more important to you than your offspring.
Maji, I'm not sure how much my family's told you about me, but I am blessed and cursed with visions of the future constantly. I can show you, actually. Should pull out your data pad and be like, and just kind of scroll through some of her visions. Um, I've ended in so many of these while trying to avoid them. So I struggle. I struggle to prioritize anyone without knowing if it might lead me to ruin. Like she'll pause on the hayliner like that was like careening towards Jabberwock. Like I walked into this vision unknowing and have changed myself irrevocably because of it. She'll gesture to the fucking gills on her neck.
And what do you see if we hand over the sandworm?
I I've tried to force visions before. It's a mixed result, but I can try again.
I think it might be for the best. This is a rather difficult decision.
I won't be able to do it for my child.
Oh,
Our family line is immune to depressions and um, clairvoyance. That is why the guild wanted us dead. That's why Allfather wants us dead. He can't see he sees some futures, but I was an unknown factor to him until recently.
that is curious.
I can also remove people from that ability.
Did they give you a time limit?
No.
Let me consult with Daphne if she will speak with me.
What did you do?
I fell victim to Bene Gesserit witchery. Unfortunately. It seems that I am a weak-willed person.
When my father was still alive, he spent a long time playing the guild and the Bene Gesserit off each other for where I would end up. So there's a timeline where I would have been Bene Gesserit, much like Daphne. Actually, I had a Reverend Mother say I would have probably passed the agony while she was torturing me.
It seems we're all cruel in our own ways.
Indeed.
So, if she will not speak with me, I'll come to the decision on my own, but I would wish to hear her counsel.
I will see if I can see some vision of what a future where we give the sandworm over looks like.
It would be greatly appreciated.
Do you seek to? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. I was gonna say Eloise was leaves after that, so
Okay. Does Zoshir seek Daphne's consultation before the meeting reconvenes or afterwards?
Before. Definitely
Okay.
before.
So as you're leaving the confines of your quarters, you see like Lysander and going one way and Varys going the other way. And there's somewhere you see Archibald. Where's Archibald heading to?
Is the arc here?
No. You came here. Wait.
What'd you say?
I believe you all went with Eloise, and she came on her own personal Hayliner, which is not
he
the
did.
Ark.
I think-
So the Ark is still in orbit, I believe, in Kaiten.
correct.
Didn't Eloise already send it to Tupile?
No, we were. I agree with Edric's plan to wait until see if we could blackmail the council. So the arc is like Kaitane. It is my personal Hayliner here in Arrakis.
Yeah, so that's what you have right now, on planet.
Okay. UA is most likely going to be in the arc too as well, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do in
That's
the
fine.
med bay.
So actually, the face dancer captain guy, I can't remember
Merlat.
his name.
Mhm.
What?
Merlat.
Merlot. I'd like to have like a couple words with him if I
Perfect. He was actually heading to go see Daphne, so you all end up at Daphne's quarters as she's cradling the twins and taking care of them and stuff. You have a veritable amount of people a gaggle of people just show up in your quarters here, while Varys was out chasing Lysander. And you see, you kind of arrive at around the same time, so Merlat defers to Zoshir. Whether Zoshir defers to General Archibald is up to him. This is your siege, so all these people are your guests.
I will defer.
Okay.
I think Daphne is cradling Adelaide, And she's like, oh, look how many people have come to give you an audience.
And it makes a big, like, ah! And reaches its
Say hi to your
little arms
Uncle
out.
Archibald.
You see, Merlat's like, General, just the person I wanted to see. Perhaps we can speak after you have your moment here with Sayadina.
Yeah.
Do you require some privacy, perhaps?
No, I was actually looking more to speak with you, Merlat.
Oh, what about?
I wanted to know, in terms of two pile, right now, my goal currently is to figure out how much help I can get to be able to evacuate the people there.
I was meaning to pick your mind about this, actually. Well, we only have... There's only so much we can do here from Arrakis for the exiled. However, I was wanting to ask you how much you would be willing to commit to the campaign against the Harkonnens here on Arrakis. We just defeated one of the Baron's nephews, Glossul Raban, the Beast, they call him.
Oh, I'm very familiar with him.
Yes, well, he is no longer with us, thankfully. Thank the Maker, he
Agree.
says.
They're all fucking monsters, if you ask me.
Agreed. And we're down one less monster, and now we can actually start to degrade their capabilities. So would you be willing to dedicate your troops? I believe that you had a guard that you can that you had protecting your house, and you specifically.
Unfortunately, those troops, they no longer serve me anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
it's sad. I didn't want them to go, but
Well, it's unfortunate. We're going to need all the help we can get, even with the Dwali and the rest of the Fremen tribes potentially rallying behind our banner. It's like, what do you think of the exiles? Would they be acquiesced to resettle here?
Game Master question, what do you mean by resettle?
So they're exiles. You're taking them out of Two Pile. The question is,
Oh.
where do you take them?
Got you. That's a great question.
You're technically not supposed to be within the Imperium, but then again, that very Imperium is trying to annihilate them currently, as I understand it.
Correct. Right now, I don't know. It sounds like the only option is going to be Arrakis, if you'll have us. But I also think that
Could they be
Jabberwock...
convinced to do so? Your first thought goes to Inessa, because the exiles don't necessarily listen to you; they listen to her and the new Jihad.
And then Inessa listens to me. Yeah, I get it. Well, whenever, you know. But no, but I also had another plan. I was thinking Jabberwock as well.
Jabberwock.
Yeah. I want to...
Well, perhaps we can discuss this more over the council, he says, over the meeting. Then he kind of defers now to the Mahdi and Daphne. He looks at his timepiece, like, we should be probably getting back soon, but carry on, he says.
Okay.
He leaves him to go start preparations. You have some time before you're to return, so Zoshir, if you had something to broach with Daphne, now would be the time.
You don't wish to speak with me, I understand. But
So where is Archibald sticking around?
Presumably, unless he's going after or speaking with Merlat all the way back to the meeting.
Sorry, go on.
I'm going to ask Archibald, if you don't mind giving us a moment.
Of course. And I would go with Merlot, whatever his name is.
All right.
And I assume Eloise isn't here either?
No.
Okay, just checking.
I wished to seek your counsel. Eloise had asked me privately my decision on the sandworm.
Mm-hmm.
Something about this, well, everything about this doesn't feel right, but her reason is family.
It's a reason. I don't think it's a justification. She bargained something that wasn't hers to give.
That, yes, was an infringement. But apparently it was all that they asked for.
It's all they need to ask for. What did she get in return?
Her child.
Oh. I assume with Amira.
I would assume so.
They would need the Twi'leks for that. What happens if they don't get their sandworm? Does she not get her child?
That I do not know.
Well, any sandworm that survives the trip to the Twi'leks' homeworld will quickly die. I don't know if that suits their purposes or not. They have equipment that boggles the imagination.
I did wonder if there was a way that perhaps we could cause it to deteriorate so that they could not use it.
I am not Fremen. So it's difficult for me to think of the sandworms in the same way that you do. Not without going into Mother Ramala's memories. But causing one to deteriorate, I think would... I don't like that idea. It's not humane. One alternative, a counterproposal. There are several abandoned research stations on Arrakis. We give them one, but they receive it here, they study it here, we monitor them.
That is an interesting prospect. Though, I have a feeling many Fremen would attack facility.
Well, that's the Bene Twi'leks' problem, not ours. We promised them the sandworm, not safety.
That is true. I appreciate your wisdom.
Good. In that case, I should tell you I've come to a decision. You can keep your concubine. You keep her here on Arrakis. You keep your child here with her on Arrakis. Our political alliance remains as it is.
Don't appreciate how she used me.
Neither do
And
I.
that is an understatement. But I do not know how to... Retaliate is not the right word. don't know how to make sure she receives consequences for doing such an act.
I think you're thinking of the wrong thing.
What do you mean?
When I asked Merlat for advice, he says that his inclination would be to slit her throat and dump her body in the desert as a warning to others. Which is an interesting prospect. But it's not about her anymore, it's about the child she carries. Focus on your child. You cannot let it be raised by Bene Gesserit. It must be raised on Arrakis.
Are all Bene Gesserit... Well, obviously not you. But are the rest of Bene Gesserit so manipulative?
Oh, most of them. Who says I'm not being manipulative right now?
Feel as though I might have a feeling in the back of my head that would tell me.
A feeling in the back of your head of what?
Well, coming from you, specifically, I think I would have a feeling in the back of my mind if you were being manipulative.
Really? I'm a Sayadina. I'm a Sayadina who should never have been a Sayadina because I was born on a jungle planet, not a desert one. Fremen ways are not my ways, and yet here I am, wielding incredible power and influence over the Mahdi. Who says I'm not being manipulative? Maybe I'm just better at it than Ryza.
Is that bright again?
Perhaps.
Mic drop.
Like I said, you can keep her as a concubine, and I'm saying that not for your sake, but so you can keep an eye on her and so you can keep her under control.
Is there anything that you would do for my sake?
Anything that I would do for your sake?
Yes.
I probably wouldn't jump in front of a bullet for you.
It's understandable.
Which Daphne is saying for a reason, because so she would probably know the story if that is exactly what Varys did when we were under attack by Alicia. But I will give you good counsel. I will be your companion in leading the Fremen and in liberating Arrakis. I will take care of your child and give her a better education than Ryza would. Not that I would want to separate a child from its mother, but when it comes time for the child to be educated, well, it should happen here and not on Wallach.
Perhaps I am cruel, but with her manipulations, I would have no problem separating a child from its mother.
It is your child. Don't punish the baby for the sins of its mother.
I hope that at some point you might find it in your heart to forgive me. But I would also understand if you did not.
I think right now, this is the most I can offer, is to tolerate her for the sake of your child. And continue working with you on this project.
That is more generous than I could ask for.
I think Daphne will break the tension by like, and what do you think about this, Adelaide?
There's a sound out in the hall, basically like summoning everybody back into the room for the rest of the meeting. Your eyes linger on the children for just a moment, Zoshir, on your way out, and you think of the your own child, the impending
And I mean,
arrival.
you'll
that
probably
is to
see
come.
Daphne kissing both of them goodbye. Sort of that gesture of affection.
And you can't help but think, like, you start realizing something as you're going through the motions and heading back to the meeting. It feels every other day, it seems that with everything that you achieve, like with the alliance with the Adwali, and now this, like, it seems that despite all your victories, it seems like with every one, you're trading a part of yourself away. You're trading something inherent to yourself or to your culture, and so I guess I would imagine that Zoshir would have some kind of acknowledgement on some level that they are somehow being diminished while somehow winning. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Like, does that make sense?
I think so. I hope so.
Like, yeah, you acquired the Adwali, but at what cost? And you defeated Raban, but at what cost? You essentially got rid of Liet to keep the Adwali. So does that mean that the rest of the Fremen are not going to achieve the Green Dream? And now it seems like you're trading more of yourself and of the promises that you made away. The deeper you get into these negotiations, and the further this war continues. With that being said, everybody reconvenes back to the main council chamber to continue your meeting and to discuss what is to happen next, both on Arrakis and back on Kaitane with the resolution pending. Right? I see. As everybody takes a seat, Merlat is like, I believe we were discussing our recent successes against the Harkonnens. I suspect that the Baron will be making his next move and sending his other nephew here, his more cunning, perhaps, and deceitful nephew, Fade Rautha. He's like, I suspect also that if he doesn't come himself, that is, we will need to discuss how to continue to disrupt their activities. If the spice is to flow using the guild maxim, he says, gesturing towards Eloise, we will need to discuss who's going to control it, and what are we to do, or how are we to contribute to the current issues that are affecting the exiles. He says, looking to Archibald. I'll leave the floor open for whoever would like to.
I'll
offer
start.
the first salvo.
Unless Fade Rotha and the Baron are in system already, they will not be coming here.
You're proposing an embargo.
Yes. I intend to, after I'm done here, I intended to return to Landsrad and blackmail every house in the Imperium. I will be able. Yes, I'm aware. It's no small undertaking. I will make many enemies doing so, but the Harkonnens will fall, as will Emperor Carino and his, well, not his house, just him.
I don't doubt your temerity or determination, Administrator, but how exactly do you plan on doing this, and all before the resolution vote?
I intend to target certain houses before the resolution vote. I won't have time to get every house ready, but we know where a lot of the bodies are buried. We are the transport system for the universe. Nothing moves without us.
He looks
Arrakis
to
wouldn't
Daphne.
have. I'm gonna say Arrakis wouldn't have Outframe without us.
Hmm,
You could say.
agreed. He looks to Daphne for this next question. It's like, does the math play out? Would we have enough votes to impede the resolution from going through?
I have not been on Titan. It looks like, barring something incredible or unusual happening, I think we should expect the resolution to pass. Looking at the math, it seems as though too many houses are under the Emperor's sway, under Allfather's sway.
It's not the Emperor's sway that we need to worry about. When I was there, we convinced actually a lot of houses to come over, but Allfather is probably the one that's going to press that button. He's
Well.
the one that's going to meet people.
Should you have a
Yes.
cure? Yeah?
Yes, we do have a cure. So now it becomes the move of grabbing them before the resolution. Curing them without the Emperor knowing we've done so. So he assumes, well, Allfather in this case, rather, assumes he has his leverage, has his votes, because I don't think he's constantly checking on all of his pawns. That would be a waste of energy. I don't know how he works, to be honest.
It would also kind of expose him a little bit too, because then if every single house votes against it, then we know the Allfather that Kaiten is screwed.
Can
Allfather's
we get close enough to the Emperor to administer the cure to him directly? Or to Mahayam?
Getting near the Emperor or Mohaim is... If I was able to do that, I know you don't want to approve of this, Daphne, but if we were able to get close enough to either of them, I would just kill them.
I would
You're
agree with
right,
that.
I don't approve, but... my inclination right now is that the vote is a lost cause. We should stop spending resources on it and start directing our resources to what we do next. But if we can get close enough to them to cure them, that changes things.
How so?
With the Emperor free of Allfather's influence?
Correct.
Well, I suppose then the other question is, so, if the Emperor has been secretly meeting, or privately meeting with heads of households to infect them.
Their envoys, to be clear, not the heads of household. If I were to make
Ah,
contact with
slightly
several
better.
heads of house, yes. If I were to make contact with the houses directly and let them know their envoys were voting against their interest, that would probably affect things. But that would also be playing our hand that we know who's infected.
Quite a conundrum.
Yes.
Well, so, I suppose here's my worry is... now I'm arguing against what I just suggested. If we cure the Emperor and if we cure Mahayam, then they meet again with another infected envoy and simply get reinfected, so...
Yes, we'd have to find a way to either do what I suggested, secretly cleanse the envoys, or let them know that their envoys are... convince them, I suppose, the houses, that their
Can-
envoys aren't.
Can
Or we
also-
find a way to mass distribute a cure.
I think finding
I
the
have
head-
memories of that cure being mass distributed the first time. It relied on quite a lot of melange.
That is something I can arrange.
Alright, well, okay, so the political calculus is changing.
If so, the Landsrad chamber is. Sorry, this is a question for Eric. The Landsrad chamber is sealed. So, say I brought in spice and just unleashed a shit ton of it. It's not sealed. It's open
You
air.
are banned from the assembly floor. because
Sorry,
of
not
your
me
recent
personally.
shenanigans.
Like whoever was able to get spice in there, and we. But is it a contained space? Could we inundate it with enough spice to potentially do what Daphne's suggesting?
Yeah, I mean, you have to like flood the chamber or something like that, and like really saturate it.
I mean,
They
I've
have
seen that
protections against
episode
that
of
since
I've seen that episode of Dune Prophecy.
they've probably taken steps to protect against any sort of like aerosol type assault since the last time.
Yeah,
Right.
the last time.
So I guess your real question you're asking is how do you get melange tainted with the cure to infected envoys on Kaitane?
Well, it's drugs, so
Yeah,
Right.
it's-
Where are drugs the most prevalent?
Oh, fuck me.
Parties.
Ding 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 ding.
All right.
Food.
So I have a new proposal then. Before they meet for the resolution, the day before, so the Emperor does not have time to meet with anyone. The day before, the guild will hold a sort of informal meeting stating that with new leadership, we're renegotiating all contracts with all houses. So all envoys will be present. And then we flood the chamber with spice.
I mean,
In
you
fact-
don't have to flood the chamber
Well,
with
sorry,
spice. You could
with,
kinda
just like distribute spice with the cure.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair
Well,
enough.
better yet, Eloise, how about this? The food. Put it in their food.
I mean, they're
No, they
all-
have poison tasters and stuff. If they taste if anything's off even a little bit, they won't eat it. Spice they'll
And-
they'll put in their face instantly because no one would
They're-
hate spice.
They're all decadent enough. They'll
Yeah.
take the spice as offered.
Good.
A question for Eric: what is Daphne's status in the Landsrat Imperium?
Non-existent.
Okay,
You're technically an exiled, defeated house.
but it's not like arrest or shoot on sight.
No, they would want to detain you though, because
Okay.
you have known associates who were present at the insurrection and so on and so forth.
Alright,
So, in
and she
terms
would
of-
definitely be recognized by the Emperor and Lahayim. So
Yeah.
Actually, I have on top of the renegotiations, I have a second reason to get them to meet with us. They've detained a face dancer that was pretending to be me. I can disavow the face dancer as someone else's agent to discredit me and want to clear the air, and this is why we're renegotiating contracts.
That's a good. Yeah, that's not a bad way to go. It would definitely make use of your deceit focus. That's for sure.
In terms of
Go ahead.
Jabberwock, I'd also like to talk about that today as well.
I plan to take it for the guild.
A new headquarters.
Yes.
That says.
what about my daughter?
I'm happy to post her as a regent of the planet. She would have to be sworn to secrecy, given that we'd be training navigators and such there. But as you haven't been there in some time, I'm a beloved figure on Jabberwock now. The mother of orphans, they call me.
Oh, and you wouldn't want to hand it to your own child.
My child is a complicated matter, as I'm sure you've heard already. Eloise looks directly at Zoshir.
He does the equivalent of like do 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 do.
Eloise, what makes this plan? Why are you so confident that this plan is going to work?
Which one?
Specifically the Jabberwocky one.
Because Nexus was destroyed with Aaron forgets the name. Devastator?
Yes, Junction was destroyed with the.
Junction was just I call it Nexus. That's my Mass Effect, not Dune. Junction was just
The thing
our house is dissolved. This is a way to reclaim our system and still keep it under Cheshire control.
Well, I get that, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is we also got to think of the Imperium as well. There's going to be houses that are not going to like that. Right now, the guild is throwing their weight around like crazy, and I can 100% see
The guild has the weight to throw around.
they do,
and-
but at one point they're going to get enough of it.
Well,
What are they going to do? Be trapped in their home systems?
and
No,
another
you-
thing to point out is Jabberwock was severely damaged in the fighting.
Yes.
No house is going to rush to claim a ruined world. I think the guild taking it is the least worst option.
We have the resources to try to repair some of the harm that was dealt in the
Okay, then
shit show.
Daphne, what do you want to do with House Cheshire then?
What do I want to do with House Cheshire? I want a great
Do you
many
wanna
things
stay
for
in
House
Jabberwock?
Cheshire.
That's the question. Or do you even want to bring back the house?
I think it's best we stay in the shadows of the guild for now, personally, and Daphne in the shadows of the Fremen.
If I could bring back the house, I would absolutely want to bring back the house, but that clearly isn't an option at this point in time. I think we have to stay focused right now on the matter at hand, if only because if we achieve even half our goals, the Imperium won't look like what it looks like today. It will be dramatically changed. And we need to be ready to respond to those changes. Yes, I would like to rebuild House Cheshire. Yes, I would like my daughter to claim Jabberwock as the eventual Duchess of House Cheshire, but those are very long-term goals. Those are not even goals, they're dreams. Maybe they come true, maybe they don't. Maybe she inherits Ekaz instead.
Merlat's like, he posits. I think we've all come to accept that a changed Imperium is what we want. It's what Kyra wanted. It's what we've been working all this time for. The question is, will the rest of the Imperium accept it?
That's the issue that I'm trying to bring up. There's going to be a civil war if even half.
Archibald, you really need to understand no war happens without the guild. Unless they are in system together, they cannot fight without hayliners.
And that's the issue of handing the sandworms over to the lilacs.
Yes, I've spoken with Zoshir privately about this and why I wanted one. To be clear, that's not something I negotiated myself out of the gate that they asked for it.
Well, to be perfectly transparent, Zoshir told me about it. I suggested giving the lilacs one of the research stations on Arrakis where they can be monitored.
If you... I'm not sure what guarantees they'd ask or if they'd want to come here. They're very particular about... Even I had to sanitize the room I met with them in. It's... They're odd, is the least way to describe them, I suppose. I don't know if they'd accept they might. I don't know.
Don't give them an option, Eloise. Right now, they don't have. Right now, this is the best they're gonna get.
They have my DNA.
Yes, they have your baby, but on the other.
No. You don't understand. They have my DNA. Do you understand what that means, Archibald?
I think he does, because that's how Beatrice came into the world.
Oh, believe me, I do.
Good. So, they can't be just told to fuck off, as it were.
I'm not saying...
They have some leverage of their own now. Thanks to
true.
Amira.
But like I said, there's only one place you can get sandworms.
Yes.
You can't get them anywhere else.
Yes.
So it's either they do it our way or they don't get them at all.
If the Mahdi and the Fremen agree to this, on whatever terms, we can figure that out. I'll propose it to them when I next meet with them.
By all means.
Archibald and Eloise can make an understand roll now, and you could use your logic focus with that particular skill.
Yeah, I've got data analysis and prescience.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and roll that,
Okay.
and let me know how many successes you get.
And I have deductive reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is truth. Are we trying to find the truth here?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I say everything Eloise does is currently justice.
I got. Fuck.
I got 2.
I got 1.
Okay. There's so there's a lot you've accounted for a lot of what's going on. While true that the guild has tremendous leverage over the rest of the Imperium, if Allfather is able to utilize his hayliners on Ix, that leverage disappears very quickly.
That's a very good point. Have you thought about, Eloise? I think we're
Gary got
forgetting
frozen.
one crucial thing here: the hayliners that are being made. That throws the guild's leverage out the window.
Well, it
Roll
doesn't throw it
complications.
out the window, it diminishes it. He doesn't
Well-
have an infinite fleet, he has a fleet.
Yes, good point. But I'm also starting to see kind of the. I think what
Oh no, we lost
Allfather is
Eloise.
betting on is he's betting on a civil war.
Oh, hang on. We just lost
Okay.
Eloise. Do we want to go on break real quick so she can come back?
That's an apt point. Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, I don't-
While you're contemplating this, yeah, we could say that you're starting to put together like, oh shit, we forgot about this one thing, and yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody.
All
Cool.
right.
All right, welcome back. We return just as our entourage was discussing the plans and the logistics behind their machinations on trying to undermine Allfather and his complete control of the Imperium. Uh, um, you have the scene. You have the floor, of course. You can continue your conversation on how you plan to do this.
So
And how to
at,
potentially distribute the cure to the envoys.
at the mention of the Hayliners on X, I'm going to use my. Let me remember the name of the power. Should look at this while we're on break. Sight of the Universe. I'm going to look at the X system. I'm going to make sure those Hayliners are still exactly where we left them.
Okay, 1 second. Spending some threat.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, and we also found a trinket thanks to one of our new followers, Lilaps VT. Hello, Lilaps VT.
Hi, Lila. That's one of my friends.
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna use a malevolence to reroll that 20.
Oh, shit. Oh,
That's a
shit.
success. 2 successes even. Oh, so that's 2, 4, 6. So this is Allfather thinking ahead. Like, oh, they're aware of my things. I'm gonna move my things. So unless you can outmove him or outthink him in that regard, then yes, that would be the result. He would have moved quicker than you could react. You can combat this by using your own understand, prescience, or deductive reasoning, deductive logic moves. With Archibald's help, you both figured it out. Like, oh shit, what about Ix? I think you're muted.
Oh, shit, I am. Leo, what's your understand?
8. No. Shit. Give me a minute. I think
Okay.
it's fuck. No. 6. I'm sorry. But I
Okay,
also have
we're
2
tied
points.
then, so it doesn't matter who rolls. I'll be real. I am clutch with difficult rolls, so if you want to assist,
I can assist.
and I also have way more determination points. 'Cause I have 2 determination points and my minor spice mutation, which acts like a third, basically.
Yep.
So let me lead, and I'm about to give Eric a bunch of threat, probably.
Yep. Agreed.
How much?
Oh, Drea has given us a benevolence.
That's 4, I think, that you have now. God
Yeah, we have
damn.
4 banked. Okay.
Thank you,
Fucking
Drea.
So-
currency.
I suppose the answer to this question is I have to tell you how much I'm giving you before I have Archibald roll, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. What's the cost for 3 extra dice? Is that 6 threat?
6, yeah.
All right, I will pay you 6 threat then.
Ooh.
It's a lot of threat.
15.
Damn, man.
I know, but trust. Trust.
Okay, so Archibald will be rolling 1 die,
Mhm.
using a focus for understand, and
I will
Eloise
be- I'm on a spice inundated planet, so I'll use my minor
Makes
spice
sense.
mutation as a determination point. So I'll roll 4 dice then.
with an automatic 2 successes.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Could I use a focus on this?
You can, yes.
I'm
No.
no help.
I'm gonna
Holy
Benny the shit out of
shit.
that.
Oh, God.
I am Bennying the shit out of that.
What about determination?
She already used it
Oh, shit.
before she rolled. That's why. that's
I'm
why she
gonna
got the
use a
2
Benny. We have 4 of them. I'm gonna
Makes
just
sense.
roll all that
Please
shit.
do. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Wow. I shouldn't have talked shit about being clutch. I should
No,
not
you
have run
shouldn't
my mouth. Okay, so that's 4. We need 6.
Yeah, you cannot spend a determination point, but you can spend bennies to reroll.
I'll spend a Benny to roll 2 of them,
Okay.
and so I'll have the 4. So that's 2 Bennies gone. So 2 dice.
Hmm.
Focus, yes. Fuck me.
It's okay. Keep spending the bennies. Nothing bad could possibly happen in the next couple scenes that you would require some bennies.
I'll put it to the table. Oh, okay. Dratus guy gave me another benevolence, so
Oh, dang.
I will spend the one we just got
All right. So you'll stay
and
at 2
reroll
after
1
this.
dice. Oh lord, this sucks. I hate this.
There you
6.
go.
Ooh, that was
Skin of your teeth.
quite a squeaker. So how would this manifest? I mean, you imagine? I imagine like Allfather sends on his own envoy to Ix while all this is happening to try to gain control.
So
Of-
it does say with my power, I am aware of things jumping into Hayliners jumping into a
Mhm.
planet when I observe it. So I think what this looks like is I've been occasionally like I've had my visions, right? Because I'm using
Yeah.
prescience as my focus. So I've had visions, and so I've like been flashing to check like every so often, and because I know something's coming,
Yeah.
and I saw it in advance, and since this feels like prescience fuckery, I have like a message waiting for God, I wish I could fucking remember Ix dude's name.
Yeah, Bronzo.
Bronzo, yes, Earl Bronzo. Like, I'm like left to something behind that triggers and is like, he's about to come. You need to either destroy or move the Hayliners.
Yeah, move them somewhere away from Allfather's rest. So Bronzo.
Do not
then
accept
able to-
this envoy. Do not let this ship land.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, he could have moved him, like play a little what's that game called where you take the money and you put it under the 3 shells, the shell game.
Oh yeah,
the little
yeah.
shell game with the emperor.
Like behind the dark side of one, like there's probably multiple moons. Like they're just
Mhm.
behind. Yeah, okay. The shell game. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very, very, very clutch. Yeah. So you think like it gets brought up in the meeting, and Eloise is like, "I have an answer for this, or I've taken care of that potential eventuality."
Yes. And Eloise will say, "What's happening right now?" Like she will look at Ix as this like plays out. Like, see it, the ships have been moved. See the thing come in, I presume, and then presumably be shot the fuck down immediately because she's been like, "It's going to jump here, destroy it immediately."
Well, he can't destroy it, but
Oh.
because they haven't declared war exactly on the House Carino, because this is coming through the Emperor, right? So it's the Emperor sending an envoy. So he can't be seen destroying the envoy to House Carino. He just kind of has to divert them somewhere else, basically.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But good move.
All right. So I'll just be like, I have to make moves now, in it. Like I think like her eyes like I'm curious, but I'm wondering what this looks like to everyone else. I think her eyes like go up, and instead of like the whites of her eyes, it is like the system she's viewing in like a tiny minuscule scale. I like that. That seems very thematic. So yeah, you see that,
and it plays out. Yeah.
yeah, you see that weird shit, and then she comes back and is like, "I need to leave now."
Well, that was sudden. You see, Merlat says.
I can see anywhere in the known universe, Merlot. Allfather has just reached Ix and his Hayliners. I need to go.
I understand. And he kind of motions for a guard to like escort you and your group to Ornithopter so you can get back to the Hayliner. That's your ride leaving right now, Archibald.
Before she leaves, because they did raid the Harkonnens, she's like, "Did you get any atomics or anything else, or did you just get the Crushers?"
Not yet. We haven't gotten the atomics yet.
Okay, I'd be going with Eloise currently. Obviously, she's my ride. There's nothing I really need to do here on.
Okay, fair enough.
Eloise will look around the table and be like, "Anyone who wants to assist with not just this, but Kaitane, because that's where I'm headed after this is dealt with on Ix."
No takers.
Wait,
Lysander?
I have a question. Okay, GM,
Mhm.
is there anything I can do quickly with DNA?
What do you mean by quickly?
As in, like, the ones reproducing the Hayliners is the
The
which
Ixians.
house was it? I can't remember the house.
House
Well,
Verdes.
Yeah. Well, so there was the
Oh,
ones
sorry.
they're the ones that were developing like the pilot chamber is the house that Amira fucking killed the only person in. Uh
Mhm.
yes, so that house is fucked. And then there was the house that you visited that was designing like the Hayliner itself.
House
Um
Vavar.
Bavar, yes.
Mhm.
I remembered stuff. Yay.
Okay. The one that did that designed like the pilot system. What are they? Are they fucked or are they still a house?
Oh, okay. So they're technically still a house, but obviously the head of that house didn't have any heirs, and they got she blew up in the ornithopter, uh, you know,
Yeah.
explosion that Amira caused. Um, so right now they're just kind of like in limbo. Normally, when that happens, somebody from within the landed bondsman or whatever like try to take control of the house, and if they fail, then the house kind of dissolves, and the Landsraad kind of steps in and says, "Okay, we're taking your shit." Uh, like if there's no line of heraldry there within the house itself, the Landsraad's like, "Okay, so you're done," basically. And they strip them of their
Okay.
assets and stuff, and they redistribute that to the rest of the houses.
Then I look over to Eloise. Why don't we just take the house right now? Take it. It's up for grabs.
You mean
I'm so muted again. The guild grabbing a house would cause even more strife than me blackmailing the Landsraad.
I'm not talking about you. I was maybe talking about.
Why don't you take it, Archibald?
I was
Right of
thinking you could take
conquest.
it, Daphne.
It's not mine. I'm not a conqueror. You could be.
I don't want to be a conqueror either.
he technically isn't landed nobility any longer because he's a clone.
I mean,
I
we wouldn't talk about that publicly.
I have an
But I'm
idea.
also thinking about where to put my exiles as well. I need somewhere to put them.
Arrakis for one, Jabberwock for another.
And this moon and this house, or moon, wherever this is located.
I'm the only one with any kind of title that matters to the Landsraad currently. I can marry Bronzo's nephew. She puts in quotes because we know he's not really descended.
Well, that brings me to another idea as well. I bring out the vial with the late because before she died, well, after she died, I took like a vial of her hair. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do.
Why don't we do something with this?
That's
Wait,
the Twi'laxu again. So the Bene Gesserit reverend that tortured me and Amira killed.
Yep,
I
I
see.
got a
Archibald
piece
did
of
his
hair.
fucking clone bullshit again.
Yep.
At least he told us this time before he did it. That requires bargaining with the Twi'laxu again.
Yes, but I'm looking at all the choices. We don't have a lot.
Archibald, I don't have time for this. Truly, I don't. I'm going to Ix.
Okay.
Do you?
Well, either way, they're my ride, so. She's my ride, so, and I can't. There's really nothing for me here at Arrakis currently, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's
I
up
mean,
to you.
the ambient spice will slow your aging naturally here.
Yeah, there's like the melange that you can find here, and you will find it in abundance. Will kind of arrest the the perpetual nature of your cells than their accelerated condition right now. So you could stick around and acquire some spice, or you can go with Eloise and confront Allfather's envoy, such as they are.
I'm still gonna go with
Wait.
Eloise.
You could also help the Fedakin,
Hmm.
because you're an experienced war leader, and they could use that.
With superpowers. Yeah.
Well, Well, here's the thing. I also had a plan for that. I was
So
thinking.
decide. It's time to decide. Yeah, this time I'm not imposing the decision paralysis. That's all completely on you now.
Well, I know, but I was going to say, if we bring the exiles here, we make a deal with you guys, and we can basically overthrow the government that's on here, and then you guys would have your planet back.
I like this plan, Merlat says.
Of course you will.
I'll be happy to make it happen in any way that I can.
That was also another, I guess, inkling in the thing as well.
You can stay
Well-
and direct them under your troops since you lost your own. You could gain the Fremen fighting force out in the field.
Yes, but they're not my soldiers. They're Anessa's. I'm not exactly their leader.
You're speaking of the exiles. I'm speaking about the Fremen.
Oh.
You still
No.
retain the original memories of your counterpart. I don't know exactly how that works, but if you still have that working mind of the cunning general, then perhaps you might be able to lend it to the fight here against the Harkonnens.
I would if Tupal wasn't in danger right now.
It's not going to be in danger, Archibald.
Yeah, well, I don't know that. Plans go awry. You know this.
This is true. Plans never hardly work out the way that they were conceived. So I suppose we make a plan and we try to execute it to the best of our ability. Now, clearly the guild is going to work hand in hand to try to bring the exiles to Arrakis, so they don't require you to be here in order for that to happen. Or perhaps they may need you elsewhere. It just depends. Is there a contingency in the event that the resolution goes through and the houses move on Tupile? Does the guild have a contingency plan to meet those ships?
The Ark will be jumping to Tupile should the resolution pass to evacuate everyone. We
And if
get
that
the
happens,
we have an
will
army
need-
no matter what.
Well, the choice is yours, General.
No, I'll be going. Thank you.
He looks around the room to Lysander and Varys and Daphne. Is anyone else needing to go? Now is the time.
Lysander will go.
All right, Lysander takes up his sword.
I,
Accompanies Eloise and Archibald out.
I feel my place is here for the time being.
Very well.
All right. Varys gives Lysander a knowing look as he walks out of the chamber. Good luck, good journey.
Eloise looks between them and like raises an eyebrow at her brother, like, "What the fuck is this about?"
He's got a dead ass serious look on his face, and he kind of gives this guy a nod. It's like, "Good luck out there. Remember what we discussed."
Eloise just like shakes her head and is like, as she's walking out, is like, "This fucking family." Like that's all she says.
Lysander will nod in acknowledgement with a newfound, I don't know, what would you call it? Like a second wind.
Okay. Very good. All right. So with this entourage leaving to go back to the Hayliner, Merlat, reconvenes the meeting. Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Anything that you want to bring up before we move on to the last subject of our war council?
I think we're ready.
I certainly
I-
hope you are.
Had a thought.
Yes, mighty.
Uh, we were speaking of, and this is a quite past subject, the introduction of spice, which I'm sure Administrator Eloise and Archibald are headed to at the moment. What if that were presented by Fremen?
I'm not following, I'm sorry.
What if I were to send an envoy of Fremen to present the spice that contains the cure?
Huh.
This is simply amusing. It is not a plan per se. It was
As I understand it,
contemplated.
many Fremen are reluctant to leave Arrakis, even for a little bit.
It would certainly
It's
lend
true.
some authenticity to what is being presented, I would imagine.
It is a politically motivated thought, and I don't often have those of stating ownership over Arrakis by offering this spice.
We could do this as a contribution to their efforts. We can make it happen quickly. Have a shuttle go up to the Hayliner before they leave the system. Bring an allotment of melange with them. Do you want to spend a good amount of manpower to accomplish this?
I do not know who would be willing to go, but it could also provide some protection to Eloise and Archibald.
A regular contingent, or do you propose setting the dike?
Yes,
I'll have
though
it
being
done.
in a different environment might complicate things.
He raises he has some sort of like a wrist communique, and he kind of like whispers into it, and he's speaking in it's almost like a house code, and so his face dancers move out and they start issuing orders, and the next thing you know, Eloise and Archibald are being accompanied by like a group of Fedaykin and like a big case full of melange. You can smell it coming off of it. Like there's enough here to like buy a planet.
Eloise will pull out her purse to her deeply encrypted personal communicator, and probably Daphne. Like that's probably what the hell just happened.
I looked at Zoshir.
It's coming through your communicator. Eloise is already out on the shuttle, getting off planet. So it's directly to you.
What do I do with these Fremen?
What are you talking about?
I have a shuttle full of Fremen and a massive amount of spice suddenly.
It has the cure. Enjoy. Use it in good health.
Oh, what do you know, Eloise? Looks like we got allies after all.
I'm going to have a long talk with both of you when I am done with this. She kills it.
I asked, Daphne will just look at her communicator and she has Fedaykin. She should use them.
Agreed.
I was attempting to think politically. We'll see if this pays off in any form.
It was a good effort, Matty. Now the next thing will require a little bit more delicacy. We're going to have to rally the rest of the tribes, the rest of the Sieges with us against the Harkonnens. Now that we've achieved this win with defeating the at the feet of Raban. The word is spreading quickly. We're going to have to capitalize on it. I'm suggesting, of course, that we put together another large meeting of the Naibs, with you at its head. This time, they will not deny you.
Can you be so sure?
I'm certain of it. It's like, as long as we manage to keep the Adwali and the rest of the Fremen separate in the field, one hand doesn't have to know what the other is doing.
More deception of the Adwali.
It's not deception, it's knowing who to talk to and when and how.
Erlat, gestures towards Daphne, took the words right out of my mouth.
I also don't believe that this is an Adwali custom. There's no reason to invite them if it's not their way.
That is true.
They are both allies.
Afterwards, you should visit them. Pay them a state visit just so they don't feel too insulted. But this is a Fremen thing, and then you make your graces to the Adwali.
Shall be done.
Very well. I'll set it up. How soon? He says.
As soon as possible.
It'll be done this week then. I'll send word by Worm and by Distrans from here to the southern the southern wastes. And we'll see how many of them will respond to the summons. Where should we meet?
I think
Somewhere meaningful.
Here would be a little too dangerous.
Agreed.
So not here, but I would like it to be someplace meaningful. Someplace that makes most of us
Kyra had a
think
siege.
carefully.
Kyra had a siege at the pole.
Aye, we can do there.
This is a good plan.
Very good. I'll set it up immediately. And with that, the scene will shift over to Kaitane. Or, yeah, because you're going to be in transit to Ix here momentarily. But very quickly, is Amira looking to try to move on the information that she recently attained with regards to the Black Archive belonging to Chong?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, if I recall correctly, it is a specific family line that has access to the archive.
Correct. The Aru family.
All right. So there's probably like DNA, like palm locks, guarding it if it's a single bloodline.
Yes. You are absolutely correct.
All right. So, Amira will spend some time following the family.
Mhm.
Who can she take hostage?
Lovely. Okay. So you have Francos Aru, who is the president of Chom. He's kind of like a figurehead. He's the younger, the youngest one of the bunch. Melina is the eldest of the Aru family, and she is the Ur director, or Urdir for short, and Francos' mother. She is she's the big dog of the clan, and she had a husband, but he had an untimely death. And she has a very large estate that she resides with on. Whereas
On
and Franco's
Kaite?
kind of like, yes, on Kaite.
Okay.
All of them actually. And you have And that's pretty much it. As far as Kaiten is concerned, you have Frankos and then you have Melina. Her daughter, Jiaoma Chan, is the leader of House Yu-chan, who is like a minor house, but in practice they're more of a house major, just without the official titles, because nepotism. They get a lot of help from their mother, because she is the director of Chom, after all. So they have lots of like nice little contracts that flow to them on the regular. They're off planet on a different system, but the ones that you can immediately reach, we're talking Francos or Melina. Melina has I mean, they both have their own like security protecting them and their own separate homes and such. Melina in particular, though, you've noticed from any reconnaissance that you've made, has these things called spine hounds, which are these genetically engineered hounds that are the size of horses, and their bone calcium is such that it's like exaggerated. So like their bones have like they sprout out of their skin and stuff like that. They look like these horrific monstrosities that probably from the on order from the Tleilaxu.
It's a precursor of chair dogs.
Right, exactly. You got that right. Perfect. Yeah.
Because Ambrose looks confused. Imagine you bred a dog that really wanted to be a chair.
And gave you massages, yes.
I don't know whether to be horrified or.
No,
That is the correct
you should be
response, actually.
horrified.
Even people within the Dune universe are like, "Fuck chair dogs," okay?
Oh, okay. Secret messages. I'll let you read your secret messages.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. So you have, you have those two kind of situations. You want to try to grab the figurehead, or do you want to go after the big dog?
So when you say big dog, is he like heir or an enforcer, or what's his role?
Oh no, so Francos is like the president of Chom. Like he
Okay.
is kind of like a figurehead, kind of like how Bronzo is the leader of Ix, when it's in actuality it's the technocratic council. Melina, his mother, is the director. So you have above the president, you have the directors, the board of directors, and then there's her, who's at the very, very tippy top.
So it's like a Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles situation?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
I don't want to deal with the spine hounds, so I think I might target, Francos?
Okay.
How is his security?
It's good. He is the president of the biggest conglomerate in the Imperium, so it's up to snuff. Yeah, but it's certainly not as stringent as the directors, as can be predicted. You have a better chance with Francos than you probably would with Melina.
All right. Alright, so I don't think I'm gonna try and kidnap him, because that seems a little too difficult. Instead, I'm just gonna try and, like, get access to him so I can talk to him. But if I can do it in a really intimidating way, like sneak into his bedroom.
Oh, so you just want to make an appearance to Francos at some point and just kind of intimidate him?
Yeah, and just essentially ask for his help.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
In a I'm not asking kind of way.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Give me, you're going to want to... Shit. Going to Kaiten. So you're going to need to, it's going to be an infiltration role of some kind to get onto the grounds without tripping security, sensors, or anything of the sort.
I do
Yeah.
have an infiltration focus and discipline.
Excellent. Let me spend... I'll spend 3 threat. Let's see. So that'll bring the difficulty up to about 4.
I will pay you back
Mm-hmm.
that
How much?
threat.
The same?
Uh, so if I pay 3 threat, I can roll 4 dice.
If you pay, let's see. 1 for 1. For 2 dice, you have to pay 3. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so I will pay you right back all that threat.
Okay.
Oh,
shit.
Fuck me!
Wow. Okay, so you got 2 more than you needed, so that gives you 2 momentum to play around with. You can spend it, create an asset for the scene, spend to get additional information.
Oh. My inclination would be to spend for an asset.
That would cost 2, for the to be created
Okay.
an asset for the scene essentially, or a trait rather.
But I will crowdsource what the asset should be. If anyone has any ideas, I know Eloise has ideas. Oh, she stepped away.
It's up to you. Is you could just kind of like dictate what an aspect of the scene is, you know, like, oh, lack security or whatever, you know, you succeeded, so.
Could I put it in my pocket and spend it during the scene?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, I'll do that then.
You go at night, and or do you go before, like, he comes back from work, from the Silver Needle or whatever, and winds down for the day, or do you want to appear before him at the edge of his bed when he wakes up in the morning the next day? Or
Yeah,
something?
like the edge of his bed, like some place where he thinks he is safe.
Okay. So, yeah, you make your way onto the grounds, and you disappear, melt into the background, and
Take off the
he
face.
comes home at some point, and he kind of like has like his sensors go off, and like the music starts playing as soon as he enters. That's how you kind of know that he's in the confines of his own mansion. And he makes his way up a lift. He has a personal lift that takes him up to the top floor. And he gets out there, and you notice that he spends an unusual amount of time at some point, like in the lower parts of his house, before he leaves or before he comes back, or right after he comes back from the Silver Needle. You're not exactly sure what he has down there, or at least not without spending some additional momentum.
Well, so, all right. So could I spend the momentum that I sort of had banked to figure out what he's doing?
Sure.
Okay, I will do that.
So you can spend 1, and that'll give you. Let's see here. I don't know why this isn't updating, but okay, there it is. Weird. So yeah, you spend the 1, and you see that he has something. You think maybe he has like a captive or something like that down there, but since you have the run of the mill after you've successfully infiltrated his home, you kind of look through the comm eyes that he has distributed throughout the house and stuff, and you kind of monitor what it is that he has down there. He doesn't have pets or anything like that. He has another person down there, and when you kind of zoom in and look, there's a stark resemblance to him. Now you know that the Aru family is kind of known in the Imperium for having its own controversies. In the past, Melina's other son, Jackson, attempted to lead a failed rebellion against Shaddam. Long story short, he failed, and he took his own life, as opposed to, instead of letting the Sardaukar take him. Or take him captive. So that rebellion was quashed. When you're looking through the comm eyes in Francos's house, however, you come to realize that his brother is still alive. and he's being kept in the lower basements of his home.
Does it look like he's being kept in good conditions, terrible conditions?
Good conditions. Yeah, good conditions.
Okay. Is it possible to use the calm eyes to eavesdrop on anything they say to each other?
You can.
I would like to do
If you
that.
give me an understand roll of 2 or higher.
Okay. Understand. I will go with power.
Makes sense.
Because death determines who rules, and he's supposed to be dead, and this other guy's in charge. Ah!
Oh shit! You do have 2 bennies left if you want to spend 1 to re-roll, or a determination point to re-roll the 19.
Yeah, I'll spend my determination.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll.
Oh, yay!
You got it. All right, so yeah, you're listening in, and you see, even though Francos is treating his apparently deceased brother very well within the confines of his home, he does kind of come off as like resentful towards him. Like you sense that there's definitely some sibling rivalry here with regards to mommy. You know, it seems that Melina favored Jackson, but it also seems that the entire family, perhaps sans 1 or 2 other people, were backing Jackson's failed rebellion once upon a time. And it seems that Francos is a little bit resentful that his mother would go to such lengths to have a duplicate created to pose as Jackson's in Jackson's place, and that he isn't the favorite.
All right, new plan, pivoting to Jackson. I'm gonna try and make contact with him.
Interesting. Okay, so you kind of like meld away into the shadows and you let Francos go about his business, and now you're trying to access the bowels. Now this is a different test altogether, because this is very purposely this is almost like a bunker that he had constructed to keep his brother under wraps, so to speak. So yeah, so you see that he occasionally has like servants going down to assist him and to bring him food and stuff like that, and that's where you see your opening, because otherwise there's no windows to crawl through or anything like that. So you kind of take your time.
Pose as a servant.
Okay. This will be a communication roll.
Communication. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna throw some threat at you and make it a 3 difficulty or higher.
I will see your 3 threat and give you 3 more, so I get to roll 4 dice.
Okay. 3 threat it is. Okay, so I'm at 13.
Okay.
You got it? Okay. You do land with a complication, though. Did you want to give me 2 threat to get rid of that? Or did you want to live with the consequences?
I think I've given you enough. I'll deal with the complication.
You'll deal with the complication? Okay. Fair enough. You head down there as a servant, and you bring a tray of some slig meat, and he just kind of he's on the far side of the room. You kind of drift in, and the doors open up and close behind you, and he's smoking some long thing. He's throwing a plume of smoke into the air, and then he kind of looks over and sees you, and he just kind of observes you. He doesn't say anything. And he's like watching you. He's got like some flowy looking robes on. And so with one hand he's got like this thing on his mouth, and with the other hand he's just kind of like lounging like this, amongst a series of settees. What do you do?
You probably wouldn't believe me if I said I was a new hire.
You're right, I don't. I would have recognized you instantly.
Understandable. Probably only a few very trusted servants know this place exists.
Who are you then? Enlighten me.
I'm someone's trusted servant, not your mother's.
Your servant or mine?
I think we have goals in alignment.
Yeah?
When you staged your rebellion, why'd you do it?
Why else?
Well, was it for power? Did you want to become emperor? Was it for idealism?
Because we were ruled by a tyrant?
What if I told you it's gotten worse?
What if I told you that doesn't matter anymore?
It could matter.
You're speaking about possibilities.
Has your brother told you about the political situation upstairs?
My brother and I have a very unique relationship. One that doesn't involve the politics of today, as you put it.
Ah, well then let me enlighten you. There's a resolution before the Landsrod right now.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't like that.
Sorry, go ahead. Wrong one.
Okay. Sorry, that music gave me a little heart attack. There's a resolution to sanction a planet. Some far out backwater of the Imperium. Normally it doesn't matter, except this time it does.
What do the exiles on matter to me? Or to anybody
Well-
for that matter?
Alright, I'll be straight with you. Thinking machines are back.
Bold claim.
They're back, and the corrupt Emperor is even more corrupt.
I don't see how that could be possible. That's quite a story you're telling, whoever you are. I'm assuming you know my name, so let's have yours.
You can call me Amira.
Very well, Amira. You're very resourceful being able to get down here without being spotted by my brother's men.
I have some very good motivation.
And what would that be?
The Emperor's corrupt by thinking machines. Do I need anything better?
You have conviction. Could have used someone like you a long time ago.
And I could
But I
have
think
used...
that time has passed.
I could use someone like you right now.
To do what, exactly?
The corruption of the thinking machines is spreading. It's spreading throughout the entire Landsrad. And I think I have reason to believe that the cure might be in the Black Archive.
So that's what this is. This is a play for blackmail. And you're going to use me to do it?
Do you want to be used?
I think you've hit a nerve. And you could see it kind of reflected on his face because he is this defeated rebellion leader.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't mattered for decades. And now here you are giving him a purpose, potentially, however crazy it sounds.
Amira will then follow up with, there are other forces moving against him.
Give me a communications roll.
Alright, I will say, the Imperium doesn't know it, but Arrakis is in rebellion.
Isn't it always?
It's in rebellion. Communicate, you say?
Yeah, difficulty 3.
Okay.
You're pushing all the right buttons, but the story is a little bit far-fetched.
I pay you 1 threat for 3 dice.
Okay. 12. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay. And you still have 1 momentum left. Alright, so he's like, "You've piqued my interest," he says, and when he stands up, you see that he already had a hand on a small lasgun aimed at you. As soon as
Okay.
he walked in. "You've piqued my interest, Amira. You want access to the Black Archive?"
And you want your freedom. I think we can work together on this. And we both want someone else sitting in the Emperor's throne.
On that much, we can agree, yes. Very well. I shall think on this. However, there is a stumbling block in your plan.
I'm sure there is.
If we're going to proceed, and if we're going to utilize the Black Archive to do what you want, we're going to have to deal with the head of Chom. And I'm not talking about my brother.
You're talking about your mother.
Yes.
You're asking me to make you an orphan.
I'm not asking you to.
But that's what'll have to happen.
You understand my position, don't you? I've been given a second chance, but does this look like freedom to you?
No, not at all. You wouldn't be the first orphan I made.
I'm sure. Of that I'm certain.
Alright, how do I get close to her?
He looks up.
What's up?
Insinuate. His brother.
Alright, the player is not connecting the dots.
Sorry.
What is
So
he trying to say?
If you want to get close to Melina, the key is to go through Francos, who's the new favorite.
Alright. Should I be gentle or not so gentle?
That's really up to you.
I could just bust you out of jail right now.
I'm still a wanted criminal in the Imperium. A terrorist.
They think you're dead.
They do. That's about the only thing I have going for me.
So what do you want me to do to your brother?
You can use him to gain access to her. She's reconfigured the palm lock reader at the Silver Needle since my unfortunate demise. It doesn't read our DNA collectively anymore. It only reads hers. She's the only one that has access to it. Her and the Emperor, of course.
Well, that's unfortunate. Her
I can
and
get
Amber.
you some ways into the Silver Needle, but direct access to the Black Archive, I've been excommunicated.
I could bust you out right now. You help me get close to her.
We might be able to work something.
I'm just examining wherever he's being kept. Is there anything obvious about getting him out?
Well, there's comm eyes in here, and there's a security team, waiting at a
Alright.
button push to, arrive at any moment. So, yeah, there's some logistical challenges in the way here.
Alright, so right now this just looks like him talking to a servant.
Right.
Okay.
He hasn't drawn his last cut on you yet. He's just kind of keeping it under the wraps of his robes.
I figured he just sort of flashed it to me and he knew where the cameras were, so okay.
Right.
Oh, this is a puzzle.
He's like, if you have others that you're working in concert with, they might be. It might be more advantageous for you to do so. If you're working alone, well, you're as good as dead, probably. You're good, but I don't think you're that good.
I find myself a little bit of a lone agent, but I'm not without resources.
That's good, because you're going to need them to do anything close to what you're proposing.
And I'll put the tray of whatever I was carrying down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my lord, I'll be back to tend your needs later.
I'm looking forward to that, and this partnership you're proposing. And with that, he kind of like sits back down, takes another drag, and throws out another plume of smoke into the air.
Alright, Amira will leave. Wow, this is gonna be tricky.
Yeah, lots of things to consider.
Yeah.
With that, well, you think on that, we'll switch over to Ix as the Hayliner is arriving. It takes moments to fold space to the plan. What does Eloise and Archibald want to do along with Lysander now that you've arrived in system? The ships are noticeably gone. They're not in the shipyards.
I'm going to make contact with Earl immediately.
Okay. You establish a line of communication. Is this a private conversation you want to have, or do you all want to be present in the room? You want everybody here?
I have my own stuff that I want to do.
Eloise is cagey about both the people who came with her, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
So I think she'll take it in her personal quarters with her personal communicator.
Okay. Very well.
The encrypted one.
Bronzo's like, you're here.
That envoy is All Father's envoy that just arrived. As you probably heard from the message I left you.
Yes.
Prescience is useful sometimes. It's mostly maddening.
I'll take your word for it. He's like, yes, he sent his friend, the Count, to meet with me. I've delayed as much as I can.
I need you to do something unthinkable then, and I'm going to offer you something unthinkable in return.
I don't like where this conversation is going, but go ahead.
I need you to use atomics and destroy that vessel with the Count on it.
You're right. This is, quite the ask. No, that is, denied.
You haven't heard my end of the deal.
I would be dooming Ix and my house simultaneously by doing so. The Landsrad, if you're not aware, is everywhere these days. Including here on Ix. The Emperor's own Sardaukars, if you recall, oversaw the construction of the ship, of the new Hayliners in the shipyards.
And yet you were still able to move them as I told you to.
Well, yes, of course. I have my ways. What you're asking for is too much.
I see. I was hoping offering a marriage to your nephew and taking the house of the heretics, providing you an heir to keep your own line secure, would be enough. I see I've swayed you a little.
You've given me pause, but Atomic war is still atomic war, Administrator.
Sabotage, destruction, I don't care.
You want me to destroy the Hayliner he came on?
Yes. How will anyone know?
Even that is beyond my power at this point. I cannot overstate enough how much the Technocratic Council controls Ix.
Get me an audience with them. That is not part of this deal I proposed earlier.
No. I caution you against it.
If they're infected, I have a cure.
If they're infected, your life could be in danger. If you wish to eliminate the Count, sure there are other more subtler ways of doing that. He does wish an audience with me currently.
That is a terrible mistake. You'll get infected.
I suspected as much. I've delayed as much as I can.
All right. We will. Here's where we'll start. We'll continue bargaining for further developments in our relationship after this. We'll meet with the
Contact
Count.
me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready now. We'll meet
Oh.
with the Count together, and I'll deploy the cure.
Huh.
He's
Where
still
should
no
this
friend. He's still no friend to us, but at least he won't be a pawn.
He's expecting to meet me here. Should we bring you in under cover of night and then spring our little trap?
Yes. I will have one other with me.
Very well, bring them.
Aloys will kill it. Go find Lysander.
Aha! Here we are.
I'm sorry, was this not Count Branso you were talking to?
This is Earl Bronzo. They're discussing Count Hasamir Fenring, the Shaddam's best friend since childhood.
Yeah, immediately to Lysander.
Like, all right, Lysander. Eloise shows up in your quarters. Urgency.
Yes.
We have an issue. Count Fenring is here to meet with the Earl. The Earl's been delaying as long as he can. Count Fenring is infected. He's an envoy for Allfather. We need to deploy the cure. Granted, he's no friend to us, but better uninfected than infected. As I am, I'm not sure I could do such a thing.
You know who else you have in your back pocket, right? A military tactician with super speed.
True, I forgot about the super speed now. Alright. A twofer then. She'll just get both of them. Yeah,
Alright.
be like, we need to deploy the cure to Count Fenring. What we do with him after that, we will decide after. But
You realize the Count is coming here as an envoy of the Carinos, which means he's going to have a Saudarkar escort.
Oh,
we have Fadakeen, correct?
You do.
Eloise will turn to the Fadakeen and be like, what were your orders?
To present this spice, one of them says, and to protect the entourage at all costs.
How do alliances work with the Fremen? I know how they work within the Imperium. I'm allies with you. I've honored every promise. Will you fight for me?
Certainly, our waters can mix with yours. He says, and he spits at the right in front of your feet.
Eloise returns it immediately. Just
I
deal.
will.
And now we have equal forces. I'll update the Earl. She'll send another encrypted message being like, yeah, we're bringing Fremen to deal with the Sardaukar.
He's just like, okay, let's make it a party.
So yeah, she'll the Feydekin that are coming with, and Lysander and Archibald, she'll be like, we're going to sneak in on a shuttle under cover of night. And then, well,
Okay.
things will unfold as they unfold. We just need to make sure the Sardaukar need to die, period.
Yeah.
Of course. And then we need the Kir administrated to Fenring, and we need him alive.
Fenring? Or
Yes.
Bron? Oh, okay.
Fenring.
Interesting.
We need Bronzo alive too. Yes, that also needs to be a thing. The Earl needs to live too, but we want, like, she wants to keep Fenring alive because cleansing him of the nanites might give her leverage over a person who has leverage over the Emperor himself. Because I guarantee the Count knows where every last body the Carinos have ever buried is.
Yeah, because he did most of the killing in many cases.
Yes. So, she wants Count alive if possible. The Kira deployed, Count alive, Sardaukar dead, Earl lives.
Okay. I mean, that works for me. Yeah, you issue the directive, and they're like, it'll be done. They bring you in a shuttle, and finally the Carino envoy and his Sardaukar escort are brought in. You can set the stage here because you have the advantage of leading them into a trap, essentially. You realize that the Sardaukar are going to be shielded. They're going to be dangerous to deal with up close, and they're being received into like the same kind of meeting room that you were in before. That's like, protected audio. Like there's no. It's completely soundproof, essentially. Like no communications in or out of that room. It's like a large Faraday box.
So she knows she does know that the Feydekin's strength is stealth. So, she will ask the Earl to like adjust the lighting in the room so like they are as in much shadow as possible. Like where the Earl and Eloise are just so fucking lit. Like just like look at us, while everything else to the sides has the Feydekin and probably Archibald and Lysander, while Eloise and the Earl, like two prime targets for infection, are right the fuck there.
Okay. I'm guessing Lysander stays close to Eloise throughout all of this, and Bronza presumably to be like a personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
Archibald, I'm curious what your thoughts about this plan are, and like what your contribution will be to it. You having that tactical mind now with like mentat level training.
Correct. So I think what I'm going to do is, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the plan. Are we? We're not going to kill Fenring, right? But you're wanting
No.
to kidnap, basically.
Bring the microphone up a little bit because I can't hear you too well. But
You're not looking to kill him, but you're looking to kidnap him, basically.
No, we're gonna cure him, and the fact, like, he's going to know that, like, because he's being puppeted right now, right?
Correct.
I think. Or at least some point he's going to be puppeted, and when you're being controlled by Allfather, as Archibald knows.
Yep.
So once that happens and we administer the cure, we will have cured him from thinking machines, and he'll know that we have done so. So we'll have a little bit of leverage on someone who knows where all of Carino's bodies are buried.
Good point.
Yes.
Okay. Honestly, this is obviously important. As long as he goes back to the Emperor, that's the most important thing to him, because
We'll send him with a fucking cure, actually.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking spy master. Like, administering the cure as the Count to the Shaddam would be way easier than anyone else in the Imperium.
Yeah, because he's the closest one. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
It's not a bad plan. Okay.
So yeah, no, like I would help, definitely. As long as I do have other means, but like I said, I would help first.
So Hasamir Fenring is a known kind of duelist within the Imperium. Like, he's very good at swordplay. He has as you understand it, Bene Gesserit training from his wife. He is an extremely dangerous opponent. And then he's carrying in with him the Sardaukar. So, it is there anything that you want to do on a tactical level when it comes to perceiving them as is to anticipate
Yes.
like their actions or anything?
So in terms of this trap, so we're leading him to a one lone room, right?
It's a meeting room. Yeah, it's like
Just-
a soundproof.
Just
You
a
know.
regular meeting room.
Yeah, big long table, low lights,
It's like
no
X level.
windows.
Yeah, I was say it's like nothing that happens in this room is getting outside of the room. Like
Yeah.
it's a kill zone basically.
Gotcha. Okay. In terms of like, thing is, are there hiding places in this?
Not necessarily, but they can control the lighting in the room so that you can have places within it that you can kind of like spring from and attack as part of an ambush.
Actually, in terms of this, might actually hurt Eloise a little bit. What about a flashbang?
Yeah, you could use some kind of like a. Yeah, you could use something like that to basically try to stun or blind the incoming Sardaukar.
I mean, as long as we know in advance that's that's the opening salvo, everyone knows
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
This is Ix, so like you can have like protective lenses or something like that that'll make you
Fair
immune
enough.
to that kind of stuff, you know?
There we go.
Yeah.
This is why Archibald's a strategist.
Yeah. So basically, what my plan is, I mean, I'm gonna hide the Fedaykin. The Fedaykin are basically gonna be. They're gonna take care of the Sardaukar while I take care of Count Fendring, because.
I see. So you're gonna go ahead. You're gonna handle the count where the Fedaykin deal with the Sardaukar basically.
Correct. And
I thought it would
to,
be the reverse. I thought you were gonna deal with the Sardaukar and let like Lysander or somebody in the Fedaykin deal with the count. But that's fair. Okay.
Well, I don't.
I
wanna
will say
toot my own
mechanically,
horn, but I
what's-
did kill the leader of the Sardaukar. So
That's true. I was gonna ask, what's like just on a mechanics level, what's Archibald's battle versus Zoshir's, or sorry, not Zoshir, Lysander. I see Zoshir and fucking Zoom. Lysander's battle.
Sorry. Lysander's battle.
my battle is 7. Mine's the highest, most likely.
7.
Oh,
Okay, so tied, doesn't matter. Cool. Whatever Archibald's plan is, Eloise is on board with.
correct. So yes.
Good.
And I would like to do this in all one swoop. So like it's gonna be fast, and literally I want it to be so precise where like every single one of them, they all die at the same time, other than Fenring.
Well, the Fedaykin can definitely facilitate some of that.
Correct.
They are a match for the Sardaukar. So yeah, excellent. You take your places. The stage is set, as they say. You've taken your positions. Your plan is going forward. The doors open, and Bronx Overnius looks to you one last time before the Count steps inside, and it's just like, are we prepared for this?
So
Ready?
the second they're in, before Eloise is gonna tell anyone this because she doesn't want anyone to know that she has this like extra thing she could do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay you 2 threat, Eric, to have my zone's difficulty increase. So
Oh.
prescience and clairvoyance is going to be like I think a natural 3 difficulty here.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. They can't predict you basically, and okay.
Yes.
Cool,
Again,
cool.
well, no, not including my. It's like it's called null zone for a reason. It's
null zone,
it's
yeah.
everyone's. So anyone that has prescience or anything like that is fucked right now.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
That's
That's a good
like
move.
when Eloise knows the flashbang's coming, she does that. So take your 2 threat, and then she's
Yeah. So yeah, how do you want to position yourself at the front of the room where they're coming in, Archibald, or towards the back? Since your aim is to try to like tackle or deal with the Count.
Yeah. So I would have liked to. I'm obviously gonna go from the shadows as well too. Like I'm not that dumb. But like I said, I'm not looking to kill him. I'm just looking to administer the cure. But we also got to think about what's gonna happen after we administer the cure. How is he gonna realize that we just did something good for him? He just might come out wilding and
Sure.
come out slashing.
Yeah.
I'm so. Oh, sorry. So Eloise's thinking is when because she's like spotlighted.
Yeah.
When Fenring sees Eloise, Allfather is going to do something because she's here and she's outmaneuvered him.
Yeah.
That's kind of what her thinking is.
You're not wrong. Yeah, as soon as the doors open, they start filing in. It's the Sardaukar first, and then the Count comes in after them. So the Sardaukar come in and they start spreading out, and that's when the Count starts coming in. And he's got this smug look on his face, like, "Oh, it's about fucking time," basically. And that's when the flashbang goes off, boom, and they're all like, "Ah!" And that's where we'll stop. We'll continue the battle next week. You're like, damn it! I waited for the whole session for this. Okay. That's all the time that we have for this week's episode. However, we will continue our adventures into the Imperium next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's just go around the virtual tabletop one last time to introduce our wonderful cast, beginning with Aaron.
Hi everyone, I'm Aaron. I played Administrator Eloise. Honor bullshit again. You can find me typically on Wednesdays. I record a game of public access with my friends. I post it to my own YouTube channel. Greg Cthulhu, shocking. And then Thursdays you'll find me here. All my other stuff is not recorded in any fashion.
Ambrose.
I don't know. I was rather shocked to find out that Aaron records under Greg Cthulhu. Completely and utterly shocked. But anyway, you can find me on the Stolen Fire server. You can find me on the internet as AmChangeling. You can find my chickens on queer.as.flock on Instagram because everyone loves chickens. And if you don't, you're a very sad person inside. They're very smart. I'm so proud of them. But anyway, you can find me playing again in Heart and in Dune.
Leo.
Hello. You can find me here every Thursday playing Dune for you. And today I played Archibald.
He's about to go head to head with
Yeah,
Count.
another high-ranking official that he can maybe kill again, because he was the one. That's to my own horn, but he did kill the leader of the Sardaukar, which was like generational talent. So
That's true. That's true. Eloise just so sus of those two because they've both been infected.
And last but not least, of course, Rachel.
Hello, I am Rachel. I have been Sayadina Daphne. I am also Stolen Fires. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed your time here. If you want more Stolen Fires content, you can come back on Saturdays, not this coming Saturday because we are every other Saturday, but we run a Prowlers and Paragons game. It's a lot of fun. I play Captain Union, steampunk Civil War variant of Steve Rogers. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, and then Monday we run Embers of Humanity, a post-apocalyptic survival community building independent RPG. And then on Tuesday we have Heart, which we are approaching the climax, which I have no idea what to expect, so come and be surprised with me. Yeah, and then come back here next week for Dune, and follow me on Blue Sky.
I'm Eric, aka Recluse Online. You can find me lurking around the Stolen Fires Discord. Thank you all for playing, and a big thanks as always to our viewers and fans for tuning in. Remember to head on over to global.palestineaction.org/donate, uscpr.org, and pcrf.net for the Palestine Action, U.S. Campaign for Palestinian Rights, and the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. And as always, bless the Maker and his water, bless the coming and going of him. May his passage cleanse the world, and may he keep the world for his people. Good night, everyone.
Good night.